Hello everyone, welcome back in a Helm in practice with example. In the previous video, we started working with a Helm template and we created a Helm chart and we created a value object, we created a deployment object and the service object. So these are the template that we have created. Now I want to use this template and create two more object chart, that is a iron fist chart and the red hood chart. First we will create iron fist chart. So I will say Helm create, let me do the clean. Okay, I'll now Helm create and I will give the name as a iron fist. Okay, so this will create one chart for me and that is created right. Where did it create? I think it created at the wrong place. Sorry about that. I think I need to move it inside a wrong place. CD Helm Avengers. So now I will create one more time. Okay, here. So I'll create one more time. So it will create a Helm chart inside the Helm Avengers. I'll clean up this, then I'll keep the chart name as it is, whatever it is, and from here also I don't need all the objects, so I will do the cleanup. So I will need these many things. I can also keep just the simple name as somewhere. I'll keep some text over there. Okay, so I'll say Helm iron fist chart and not chart dot name. Okay, so this will do. So I'll remove everything from deployment.yaml and also from the service.yaml and also values.yamls I have removed. So now what we will do is, I don't want to keep a values.yaml over here. I can move the iron fist related values.yaml into iron fist values.yamls, and deployment.yaml does not have anything, right? So I want to import this deployment.yaml into, let me just close all of them and keep only save. Only I want to import this particular values.yaml deployment.yaml into this one, into the iron fist. So how do I do it? First of all, I need to convert this Avengers command into a template and then a name template, and the way I can define is, I think we have done in one of the previous video to define the template. So I can say define and I give some name. So how do I give them? This is Avengers common, right? And then deployment, right? This is my deployment common objects and now similarly I will go into service.yaml and I will give, did I put dash here? Yes, I did. So it is important that you don't miss putting this dashes here, otherwise it may give you unwanted errors, right? And then I give the name Avengers common, the chart name, and then this is the service object. So I'll give the name here and then end, right? So now I have defined this object as a template and I want to use this template into Iron Fist. So the first step to do that is to add this as a dependency into the chart.yaml. So my chart, the Iron Fist chart does not have any dependency, but now I want to add the dependency of Iron Fist into here, right? So what I'll do is I'll give, instead of this, I'll give a version like this, okay? In a Avengers Common chart version I have given that, and I want to now, what I want to do is I want to add this dependency of the Avengers Common into Iron Fist. So the way I can do is I can say dependencies and then I will add, I can add multiple dependencies. So it is accepting array. I need to give the name, and what is the name of that chart? Avengers Common, right? And what is the version of the chart? And this version is not the app version but version of this chart. The chart version is 0.1.0, right? So the same version I have to give in this. So chart version is 0.1.0. So I gave the version, and one more thing I have to tell, where is this chart located? So this chart is located one level up and inside the Avengers Commons, right? So the way I can define is file and then double slash is I go one level up. I am inside the Iron Fist chart, right? I go one level up and then Avengers Commons and then Avengers Common. So now I define that, okay, Iron Fist chart have one dependency, and which dependency is that? Avengers Commons. Now I define the dependencies. Now I go back into deployment.yaml, and which deployment.yaml I want to import in this here is the name of this template is Avengers Common, right? So this is what I want to import in here, and the scope is current scope. I just define as a, so everything from the top level scope, everything I want it inside. And similar to this one, I will go into the service.yaml, and what is the service.yaml is Avengers Common service.yaml, and this is all I need to do to create a dependency chart. So now if I try to run this particular, because I already have defined all the values here in Iron Fist, and it is taking the import of these, and let us try to see how does it work. So I'll go back and try to get the template detail here. Now the way we can get the template is I am inside the Iron Fist, right? Helm template and then current scope. So here what is, I think I need to do the dependency build, and then only I can do, because I need to pull the dependencies of the Avenger chart into the Iron Fist. So the chart.yaml does not contain anything. So I'll do dependency build and the current scope. So once I do it, it creates the Iron Fist chart zip right inside the charts of the Iron Fist. And now we will go and check these as well, but let us first check the template, and then I'll say template So what it did is, in the Iron Fist, it has created the same template that I have done into the Avengers Commons. So it has not done anything special, but what from creating the manifest file, it has not done anything special, but what we have done is we have created a common template. We have used that into the Iron Fist. And look at this. Now, even if in the common I had done like chart.name, right? So here what it did is, it is inside the Iron Fist and it has taken the name of the chart of the Iron Fist and it has kept it inside. Now if I create another chart with the Red Hood, it will do the similar thing, right? It will create the chart with the name Red Hood here. So it did here. So similar to this one, what I'll do is, now let me now install the chart. So let me go into the command prompt and let us try to install. Okay, so let us now, I can go inside. Let me go out, Helm ls, so there is no, and now I'll go into the Helm Iron Fist, and now Helm install Iron Fist, and let me do the dry run first, right, and the current scope. So when I do the current scope, it is able to create the service object and the deployment object. And similarly, I can do Helm install Iron Fist and then install Iron Fist and then current scope. Now it has installed my Iron Fist chart. Now what I'll do is Helm status check, and I want to see all the resources that it has created. So resources, and I can see that it has created a service object, it has created a deployment object, and it is also able to create the pod again. So this is how I have created a objects for the Iron Fist, and it has a Helm chart for the Iron Fist. So similar to this one, I also want to create the Helm chart for Red Hood. So what I'll do is Helm create Red Hood, right? So with this I should be able to create a new chart of the Red Hood. And now if I go back inside my Visual Studio Code, I should be able to see that here I should be able to see the Red Hood again. Now I will remove all the values for the Red Hood. I'll just keep sub bare minimum information here. I'll remove the comments here, and again I'll remove everything from here. I'll add two files here. What are the dependencies I want to add? Deployment.yaml, and this is two files that I have added. And similar to the way I have added a charts, right? So dependency, I can add this chart into this. Now similar to the way we did into the Iron Fist, same thing I need to add for the Red Hood, right? So I can just copy it over. Same thing, I am not doing anything extra. So but the values.yaml will change. Here the values.yaml is of the Iron Fist, right? Here the values.yaml will change. Here if you look at it, the values.yaml of Iron Fist will have a cup of Java Tech, and the values would be Red Hood, right? And here this is running on the port 8082, right? And these, the values that it will pick up here is, right, and here I can add this value here. And now I already have created a service object for the Iron Fist, right? And so I can change this in here, and here it will be Red Hood. Okay, so I should be able to get the Red Hood service details because now it is running on the port 8082. And similar to, so what we did very bare minimum things, right? We just have added the chart. In the chart I have added dependencies of the common, then I just have imported a template here. I just imported template of the deployment of the service object, and I just updated a chart.yaml, and this is all we need for creating another template. Now let us deploy a Red Hood service as well. So we have got a Iron Fist and the Red Hood. The Iron Fist is already deployed. Now we will deploy Red Hood. So before deploying it, let us see the charts that it has created, templates that it has created. Red Hood, and first we need to do the dependency build and Red Hood, right? So once we do it, it creates the charts there. So if I go inside the Red Hood, ls Red Hood and charts, I should be able to ls charts. Yes, see, I can see this tzz file got created, and this contains some detail about the common chart. So let me do Helm install Red Hood, and it is inside the Red Hood, right? So Helm install, sorry about the bad spelling, but now it got installed. I can see that Red Hood also got deployed, right? And I can check Helm. Instead of that, let us say get pods. I can see Iron Fist pod got running, and I also can see the Red Hood pod also get running. I can see the service object, a deployment object got running, and also I can see service object for the Iron Fist and the Red Hood also got deployed. So we are successfully able to deploy Iron Fist and Red Hood services. Again, one thing I wanted to tell you is, now I am able to deploy Iron Fist and the Red Hood separately, but what if I want to deploy all the service together with one install command? That is also possible. So I need to add one more layer of that, and we can check into that in the next video, how to add one extra layer, and we should be able to deploy all the services in one go. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and thank you for watching this video.